Now friends, in this episode, we discuss the art and science of communication skills. What is the art? What is the science in communication skills? Art and science of communication skills. Let us start with an anecdote, a joke. Let us start with an anecdote, joke, message. Any message, any lecture, any episode is to be started with an anecdote or a joke or a message. One unspoken truth, what is that I am giving? Every girl wants a bad boy. Every girl wants a bad boy who is gentle only for her. Every girl wants a bad boy who is gentle only for her. Every boy wants a good girl who is naughty only for him. It is one unspoken truth. I think you accept it. Now let us come to the topic. Communication is a process of transformation from one entity to another entity. Communication is a process of transformation from one entity to the other entity. That means entity is one form, one person is one entity. From one person, today you are like this, tomorrow you will be something great. That means the other person before, other person now, lot of difference is there. That entity is different, this entity is different. How it happened? Because of communication skills. Because of communication skills. Okay. So now I tell you one thing. Top services in India. IAS, Indian Administrative Service. IFS, Indian Foreign Service. IFS, Indian Forest Service. IPS, Indian Police Service. Also Indian Postal Service. IRS, Indian Revenue Service. IIS, Indian Information Service. Indian Information Service. Like that, there are 24 services, the top services in this country. Here, you have to understand one thing. That is, before joining the service, how that candidate was, now how he is. That is from one entity to the other entity. Before IAS is one entity, after IAS, after joining IAS is one more entity. That is what difference between from one entity to other entity. Next one, two or more persons share a repertoire of signs and semiotic rules. Two or more persons, what they share? A repertoire. This is what repertoire means, big thing. Repertoire of signs and semiotic rules. Okay. Next, communication is interchange of thoughts, opinions or information by speech or writing or signs. What is communication? Communication is interchange of thoughts, interchange thoughts between people, opinions, information by speech or writing or by signs. Sender, message, medium, receiver required for all forms of communication. Sender, message, medium, receiver. One sender is required, one message required, one medium required, through which medium you are sending that message, then receiver. These four forms, these four form the communication. In communication, what is required? Sender, message, medium, receiver. Presentation skills take you to heights. Presentation skills take you to heights. That is why if you present something nicely, you will be selected at the interview. Presentation is like an iceberg. The delivery is only a tip. Presentation is like an iceberg. Delivery, communication is only a tip. Presentation or planning is the first step in the ladder to success. Presentation or planning is the first step in the ladder to success. I am giving you some sensible lines. I have learned to take care. I have learned to care people too much. Not because they are good, but because I know the pain of being ignored. That is one message. Subject-centered preparation should be structured in line with audience's need. Subject-centered means material-centered preparation for the audience need. In view of audience, you need to prepare the subject. That is subject-centered. That is material should be channeled for the audience. Audience-centered. That is audience-oriented. Preparation performs audience analysis, like their needs to know their expectations from presentation, how the audience benefit from the presentation. Self-centered preparation says the presenter has to follow. So here, subject-centered, that is material-centered, audience-centered, that is audience-centered. The third one is self-centered, that is self-preparation. That means the presenter has to follow self-discipline, like be purposeful, be active, be natural, be direct. What is self-centered? Self-centered preparation says the presenter has to follow self-discipline, like be purposeful, be active, be natural, be direct. No repetition in presentation is as far as possible. In presentation, no repetition please, because it is a teaching I am repeating. Otherwise, in presentation, generally not required the repetition. Repetition is death. A gesture used over and over again becomes irritating. One gesture used over and over, it becomes irritating. Passion is mandatory for presentation. For the speaker, if there is no passion for presentation, so he can't perform the job. Body language is non-verbal communication. I already told you, majority of communication is non-verbal. Body language includes facial expressions, gestures, eye contact, posture, tone of voice. Good communication is the foundation of successful relationships, both personally and professionally. Facial expressions. What are the facial expressions? Human face can express countless emotions without saying a word. Countless emotions human face can make without a word. Facial expressions are happiness, sadness, anger, fear, disgust. Anger, fear, disgust, there are facial expressions. See, only through face you can express. Body movements and posture. Posture, stance, subtle movements, sit, walk, holding your head, these are all body movements. By this you can communicate a wealth of communication to the world. That means through body language, through facial expressions, through body, wealth of communication you can transfer to the world. Gesture. Wave, point, using hands when arguing, expressing yourselves with gestures without thinking. Face, that is gesture. Eye contact. Important type of non-verbal communication. Eye contact. When you use non-verbal communication for informing people, eye contact is very important. Okay? Eye to eye speaking. The other person should see your eyes, you should see his eyes. That is eye contact. Eye contact is very important in communication. So, this important type of non-verbal communication, eye contact. Visual sense is dominant. Visual sense is dominant. The way one looks at someone can communicate many things, including interest, affection, hostility, attraction, etc. Eye contact can gauge the audience response. You can gauge the audience response. You can measure the audience response through eye contact only. If you see them eye to eye, then only eye contact. You can gauge the how audience are receiving your lecture. One message. Life can give us lot of beautiful persons, but only one person is enough for a beautiful life. Coming to the topic, touch. A firm handshake, a timid tap on the shoulder, a warm hug, a reassuring pat on the back, a patronizing pat on the head, a controlling grip on arm. Touch. Touch is very important in communication. For example, the mother touches the baby like this baby like this. That means the sense, baby, oof, mother and baby will be happy. Touch is very important. So, firm handshake, give someone firm handshake. But post COVID-19, handshake stopped. So that means what you have to do? You have to give right eye contact. The way how you show your eyes to other person, that is now firm handshake. Timid tap like this on the shoulder, a warm hug, a reassuring pat on the back. Nothing happens here. Wait, nothing happens. Reassuring pat on the back, a patronizing pat on the head, mother on the son, on the daughter like this, a controlling grip on arm. This is what touch is. Touch is a part in communication. Space. What we say? Physical distance today because of COVID-19. Because of Corona, we say physical distance, social distance, 2 feet social distance required. What we say? Even during that time when communication started, everyone needs physical space, physical distance. I want space. Don't come nearer. We don't go to a boss nearer. Just 2-3 feet away we speak. Right? That means everyone needs physical space. You feel uncomfortable during a conversation because the other person was standing too close and invading your space. The other person should not invade your space. So now during COVID-19, what we are doing? Observing the physical distance, social distance. So that is what in communication is. Then voice. Coming to voice, non-verbal speech sounds like tone, pitch, volume, inflection, rhythm are significant communication elements. Tone of voice can indicate sarcasm, anger, affection, etc. Tone of voice, that you need to maintain nice tone with people. 3 basic listening modes. I am giving you 3 basic listening modes. How you have to listen. Listening mode 1, effective listening. 2 ears, but we have only 1 mouth. 2 ears, but we have only one mouth. Because listening is twice as hard as talking. That one is bad thing that is. Okay. That means 2 ears, 1 mouth. That means listening is more powerful than speaking. I'll give you one message. A true friend may not meet you every day or may not talk to you every day, but always thinks about you and your happiness. True friend may not talk to you every day, but in his heart, he must be good, he is happy, he must be happy, like that he feels. He is what a true friend is. Then coming to the topic, the second one, combative listening. First one, effective listening. Second one, combative listening. Combative listening is, it happens when you are more interested in promoting your point of view than in understanding someone else's point of view. You are not interested in listening to his point. You are interested only your point to put across. That time you are giving him combative listening. Hey, listen to it. Combative listening. Third one is attentive listening. Attentive listening, genuinely interested in hearing and understanding others' point of view. Hence, they stay passive and don't verify it. So, attentive listening is this, they go on listening. They stay passive and don't verify it. Okay. They allow passive listening. Next. Interpersonal skills. I already told you in one of the episodes. Interpersonal skills. That is, between two persons, when you speak, it doesn't leave your friendship. If your speaking is good to him, that is, interpersonal communication is more about the content and character of the exchange. The content and character, that's very important in the exchange of the dialogues between two people. In spoken English, with the shrinking geographies, what happened today? There are 187, 188 countries in the world. Now there is no dur, no distances. What happened? The whole world has become a global village. The whole world has become a global village. Privatization, everywhere, liberalization and globalization. Privatization, liberalization, globalization. Because of this, world has become a global village today. In the global village situation, what we are doing, so earlier persons from other countries, Germany, Japan, and other countries, no, what we do, we used to communicate rarely, sparsely. Why? The reason now, because of globalization. Because of globalization, what happened? World has become a small village, global village. So now everything is free to communicate. That is why spoken English is required in the shrinking geographies. Shrinking geographies. Geographies of the countries are being shrinked. Why? Being shrunk. Why? English is becoming the international language of communication. English has already become international medium of communication. Okay, for desired impact, I am giving you some ways for improvement of spoken English. Spoken English is very much important to all human beings. In spoken English, one intro phrase. Number one is intro phrase, introduction. Before you emit your main point, use introductory phrase to catch people's attention. First, you need to catch people's attention what you are going to say. Then they will be ready, they will be prepared to listen to you what you say. That intro phrase required. The second one is interrupting. With proper words like, may I have a word? Interrupting word, may I have a word with you? Then he will give you attention. Third one, word order. English is a language with inflections, changes. So many changes, so many inflections. Hence, the word order is very vital to establish sentence. To establish sentence, word order is very important. In English, the basic word order is subject, verb, object. That is the basic word order. Then that gives the sense. Now I'll give you one message. May fortune kiss your feet and goddess of wealth bless you. May God bestow peace and prosperity in abundance. This message was sent to me by one of my friends. He is a Tamilian. He sent this message. Because I am working very hard to grow in life, he sent this message. May fortune kiss your feet and goddess of wealth bless you. May fortune kiss your feet and goddess of health bless you. May God bestow peace and prosperity in abundance. That is what he blessed me. Next word, after word art is over, next coming to fillers. For spoken English, fillers required. Resort to fillers like really, of course. For those seconds you spend looking for words you can't find. When words don't come to you, to your mind, then look for fillers. Really? Oh, I see. Like that, fillers required in speaking. When words don't come to your mind, appropriate word, when it doesn't come to your mind, then use fillers. Next is pronunciation. Memorize difficult words and practice them often. That is why in my 100 lectures in spoken English, already in YouTube, I have put my classroom in the YouTube. 100 lectures already there in YouTube on spoken English. So in many of the lectures, in many of the episodes, what I have done, memorize the words for right to pronunciation. Right to pronunciation means how I am speaking. Observe it and you also pronounce. So right to pronunciation required. Memorize difficult words and practice them often. Again and again. You practice those words, memorize. Then right pronunciation you can have. Then emulate natives. Emulate native speakers by listening. Who are the native speakers of English? People from England, America, they are the native speakers of English. So you have to emulate. Emulate means imbibe. You have to know their pronunciation. When they are speaking, you emulate it. Then you will have good pronunciation. Next one is interview skills. Interviewing is a nerve-wracking ordeal for many people. Nerve-wracking ordeal for many people, interview. So, what you have to do for the interview? With the right techniques and practice, you can become a master of sharing value with the potential employers and presenting yourself effectively. Be prepared. The better prepared can be comfortable when facing interview. Before interview, go for the mock interviews. Prepare yourself, get prepared and face the real interview, actual interview. Then you will be successful. Be prepared. The better prepared can be comfortable when facing the interview. Be prepared. Prepare yourself before attending the interview. So now, I am giving you one message. Health is wealth. How it is? Health is wealth. How it is? You have so much, tons of money. So much money is there. Tons of money. Tons of rupees. Crores of rupees. What will you do? No health is there. You can't do anything. Nothing you can do. Health is money. Health is wealth. That you have to understand. How it is? Money can buy a bed but not sleep. You can spend 1 lakh rupees and buy the bed. Sleep you can't buy. Money can buy a house but not home. House is only physical house. Home means inside people, mother, father, children. That is home. With just building house. Inside the building, inside the flat, inside the building, mother, father, people are there. That is home. Finery but not a beauty. You can buy n number of finery, but beauty you can't buy. Amusement but no happiness. Film, you go to film, amusement, happiness it won't come. Luxuries but not culture. Luxuries you can buy, but culture you can't buy. Pleasure but not peace. Pleasure you can buy. See, that means money can buy a bed but not sleep. A house but not home. Food but not appetite. You can buy food, but appetite money cannot buy. Money can't buy appetite. Finally, you can buy, but not beauty. Amusement, but not happiness. Luxuries, but not culture. Pleasure, but not peace. One more time I'll give you. Money can buy a bed, but not sleep. A house, but not home. food but not appetite, finery but not beauty, amusement but not happiness, luxuries but not culture, pleasure but not peace, religion but not salvation, books but not brain, medicines but not health, service but not love, a woman but not lawful wife, a passport everywhere but not to heaven. Money should be secondary. In the human life, money should be secondary. What money can do, what money cannot do, that you have to understand. Clear? Health is wealth, I say. First health, then money. First health, then wealth. Okay. Money can buy a bed but not sleep, a house but not home, food but not appetite, finery but not beauty, amusement but not happiness, luxuries but not culture, pleasure but not peace, religion, money can buy religion but not salvation, money can buy books but not brain, money can buy medicines but not health, money can buy service but not love, money can buy a woman but not lawful wife, money can buy a passport to everywhere but not to heaven, but not to heaven. Money should be secondary. This is very important message, kindly bear in mind. Coming to the topic, anticipate likely questions before going to interview. Anticipate likely questions. Interview consists of a series of probing and incisive questions. In interview, the interviewers, what they do, they resort to probing and incisive questions. That means you should be ready, you should be prepared to answer those questions. Sometimes employers turn to behavioral interviewing. The employers, the interviewers, what they resort to behavioral, how is behavior? They'll go for the behavioral interview. Employer understand the interviewer's interest for the job during interview. When interview is going on, the employer, the job giver, he understands during interview whether you are interested in the job or not. That means you have to always evince interest that I want to do the job during the interview, throughout the interview. Next is group discussion. Group discussion is an important dimension of the selection process. Important dimension selection process is group discussion. In the group, you need to discuss. In today's context, organizations are interested in team players rather than
running.
Now, next one is group discussion. Group discussion is an important dimension of the selection process. In today's context, organizations are interested in team players rather than individual contributors. That means the employees have to work in teams, not as individual contributors. The panel observes, evaluates the candidate's potential to be a leader and also his ability to work in teams. In group discussion, some 4 or 5 people are sitting and discussing. Then the employers or the selectors, they sit outside the scene and they observe which person will come to the lead. In group discussion, the following skills are assessed. What are the skills assessed? Leadership skills, ability to lead and carry the team with you. The second one is communication skills, clarity of thought, expression, and aptness of language are assessed. You get negative marks if you use esoteric jargons in an attempt to show off your knowledge. Don't use esoteric jargon. Next, I'll give you one message here. Success is never permanent. Failure is never final. So don't stop effort until your success makes history. The fourth one is persuasive skills. In the group discussion, the judges, what they observe, the fourth one, persuasive skills. Ability to analyze and persuade others. Fifth one, problem solving skills. Ability to come out with divergent and offbeat solutions and use your own creativity. This is as high risk, high return strategy. Next one is conceptualizing skills. Ability to grasp the situation. You have to conceive the situation. Conceptualizing skills. Ability to grasp the situation. To sum up what I say, communication can be summarized in brief. I am giving you how it is to be summarized as follows. Communication can be meaningful, concise, message conveyed properly, unambiguous, unprejudicial, unpresumptuous, acceptable to others, improve relationship, opportunity to build rapport. With effective communication skills, you can achieve success in any walk of life. Improves relationship, opportunity to build rapport. With effective communication skills, you can achieve success in any walk of life. Communication develops a positive mental attitude towards the society in general and the people around you in particular. Before closing, I will give you 3 rules for success. Number 1, trust yourself. Number 2, trust your brain. Number 3, trust Hari Prasad Konapareddy. You become winner in life. Thank you. Carpe diem.